Hello everyone, I'm Drew with Bibbens Sales and Service. Today I'm not going to take out my Renegade 1000, but I'm going to try out this new Outlander 700. Everyone's real curious about this new motor. It's the 700 single cylinder as opposed to the traditional CanAm V twins that you find in the 570, 650, the 850, and the 1000 motors. Single cylinder, so it's much lighter, but let's see what kind of power it packs. I'm going to go throw on my GoPro and helmet. Let's go hit the trail. I'm gonna run in four-wheel drive now. That's what I'm used to on my Renegade 1000. You've got an indicator down here on your dash. Shows when you're in fact four-wheel drive. No problem getting you slowed down or sped up, and seem to claw through the mud pretty well. We've got a good mud hole here on the property that we're going to show you to put this Can-Am to the test. Yeah, she picks up, guys. It's a snappy 700 single cylinder. If you ask it, it's going to deliver. Lifts the wheels over, rises. I promised you guys a mud test. Here it is. We got some deep water ahead of us, and I don't know where the ruts go. We're in 4x high. Water up to the feet. We're going to keep our feet out of this one. Oh, it's just crawling through. I'm just pointing and barely any throttle. We're pushing a wave ahead of us here. This is no problem for this machine. Very smooth. That was an automatic. Oh, even got my buddy wet. So hey, do you want to try this machine and compare it to yours? I think we can find a better place than in these thick woods to go. Yeah, let's go get them loaded up and you can try this and compare it somewhere a little bit more fun.
compared to my brute force, this CanAm ride's really nice. A little bit sluggish, but then it catches up quick and goes right along.
Feels peppy enough. Does it feel lighter than your brute force weight wise?
Absolutely. It rides much smoother, much softer suspension. This thing just turns on its own. It's nice. I think the stock tires hold up pretty good. Seem to get through everything we've been through so far. The comfort level of it, the seat, the suspension is really nice. Looks like there's some cell phone storage in here. Got the nice box on the front. It's facing the wrong way, but it's nice and big.
Yeah, you want to demonstrate that for us? Why is that in the wrong?
Kind of facing the wrong direction here. Kind of hard to get your stuff out if you want to stay on the machine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not a big fan of the yellow, but otherwise it's not a bad looking machine from the front. It's kind of big and bulky from back here, but it keeps you out of the mud too.
Does it have much engine braking?
Yeah, I think it's pretty responsive. As soon as you let off, it starts dragging pretty good. I'm used to grabbing for the other lever, so I had to get used to it, but it's very responsive and the brakes are very tight. They work good. Stop on a dime. First four-wheeler would be an awesome machine.
Yep. Would you recommend it to a friend if they were looking for like a all-around hunting, plowing type?
Yeah, for a working machine, I think it would be just fine.
We've made it back to the dealership. The test ride went great. Really impressed with the overall capabilities of the machine. Little underpowered for my liking, but for a beginner intermediate quad rider, this is the machine to get. The overall comfort, I'm gonna give that a 10. The suspension does not feel tippy. Feels like the weight transfer is great. It doesn't feel like it wants the high side when you go into corners too fast. So great job on the suspension and the braking. That one lever up front will get the brakes, heated up real nice and slowed the machine right down. So no problems with either of those. Like I said though, the motor, little underpowered if you're gonna look for more high-speed stuff like back roads or even fields. But for the mid-range, real awesome motor. It pulled real hard from about 20 up to 40. So real impressed with that mid-range and just overall a great quad. It's got some nice features on it like the luggage racks and some storage up here in the front cuddy. So if I had to rate this quad on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a solid 7. Just because the motor is a little underpowered, but that 7 is a strong number because of the ride and the capability. The tires, the suspension, the brakes, all were very impressive, as well as the steering. The power steering unit is a little bit smaller than you'll find on the 850 or the 1000, but definitely handled the payload of this machine very well. Never had an issue with any steering. So great machine overall. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And if you're interested in taking this one for a ride, stop by the dealership here at Bibbens and we'll set you right up. You can also check out the entire lineup of CanAm ATVs and side-by-sides. We'll see you guys on the trail.